This is Zach Block, the artist I chose for this project, and a member of the Psi Upsilon fraternity, his community that he continues to have an impact on daily.
I'm Zach Block. I'm from Westborough, Massachusetts. I'm a senior creative writing major. I've always been really inspired with artwork and creative writing. I visited Florence, Italy when I was just a sophomore in high school and just fell in love with the artwork and the architecture of those brilliant minds of the Renaissance, and it's stuck ever since. This is one example of some work I've done. Freshman year when I got to Syracuse, I kind of struggled to find a good group of friends in my place within the community. But when I went through the recruitment process and joined my fraternity, not only did I find that group of friends, but I found a group of support for my own art. And I thought a good way to give back to my personal friends and my community of the Greek life organizations would be to kind of decorate and paint different murals around different chapter houses. This, of course, being my own, the symbol of the owl and Wrt Pi chapter. So that's one big way I've been influencing my community. One of my friends at the beginning of the year was struggling with some homesickness, first time being away from mom and dad for such a long time. So I wanted to kind of honor him with, an image of his hometown, give him a little slice of home. So of course I did that with, this mural of his hometown of Jackson, Wyoming. And the bottom image is my own personal, idea of what I want cities to look like in the future. The sleek roundedness on the buildings, the interesting architecture. Of course, this influenced by the Space Needle. And just, really futuristic look, the sky kind of melting down, giving that optimistic, positive, energetic, emotions.
Here we have another photo of Zach Block's owl for his Psi chapter, and another hand-drawn owl, which is very symbolic to his personal chapter.
So this is a work I did a couple years ago. I call it Darkness. You kind of see through the color schemes that there's a lot of raw emotion in it, a lot of mixture of positive and negative energy. And obviously at first instinct it looks like an eye, but if you look around the edges, it can also be a mouth. It's kind of really supposed to touch into someone's emotions, and the two white spaces on the side are kind of the whole concept of, thinking what's between the ears and going on within someone's head. And I think this connects a lot to the Syracuse University community and college students as a whole, where mental health has been such an issue in the past few years. People don't want to discuss it, and I feel like art is a really good way to work through it and reach out to people who are in need. I think everyone who looks at this kind of has a different perception of what it could mean and what it means to them. And I think that's the most important part about this piece. So my chapter house is actually a monument. It was built by W. Tabor in 1898. Actually, as he was a Syracuse University architecture student, this was his capstone project. And I think just, the turn of the 19th century to the 20th century artwork really made me feel comforted here, really made me interested in joining this chapter. It was one of the many reasons why I did, and additionally just showed that I would have an outlet to, give back and continue different artistic expressions and different artistic methods within my fraternity. And I think that the stained glass and the beautiful front pillars, the very ancient European look that the house has definitely motivated me to come around here. So this is my room in my chapter house, and I know this may just look like a black wall, but it's actually a chalkboard. And I find there's a really good outreach. Some people have a journal by their bed that when they think of ideas in the middle of the night, they wake up and write them down. I do it with this chalkboard, and obviously it's empty right now, but that's a good thing because, emptiness means new beginnings, and it means that my last ideas must have, came in action somewhere else. In the future, I just hope, to have a place where I can continue working with my art and expressing myself artistically. As a profession, I'm actually going to a graduate school to get a master's in art education. So, I want to continue influencing young, bright minds and, trying to bring out the artistic side of children, which is so often, pushed away in the educational system for more, reference-based and testing type of curriculum. And, I just hope to encourage and inspire the next generation of great artists.